little heater on. See if anyone comes in. Just thought I'd have a little chat because I've had visitors and stuff, and I thought, oh well, I'll just go on for a little chat. But I need to know if the audio's alright, because the audio wasn't alright the other day because I had my phone stuck in this holder and didn't realise the phone was in the holder, and that's why no one could hear me at the beginning of the video. So we'll see if anyone pops in. We're gonna make this a night to remember. Getting ready, do. I've got some cards to read you out. Hi, Si, of my... I'm not doing this yet, but I will be doing this soon. Hi, Mark. I've got spirit animal that I drew today. And I got this for Christmas off my fella. And I'm going to read out what came out today, which was beautiful. And I've just got, a bit of a mini chat. I've just managed to get in here. Finn's off doing something now. He's been good today. I've had my dad round, bringing cards round. I'm like, why are you bringing cards round? Come to visit me. And he's like, it's your birthday at weekend. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot. So obviously cards have been coming. My dad's come to drop some cards off and visit anyway. And that was quite funny because I'm totally forgetting that my birthday's coming up. So that's good. That's good. Not good that I don't remember, but whatever. So I'll just see if any more people come in. 4 people. But I had a friend come round last night and we were having a chat about what's going on. You know, the energies about, the energies within people going crazy, batshit crazy. It's everywhere, everyone can see it. You know, this great divide that's going on, which I think is going to go on for quite a while. But it's still amazing, and I'm still loving everything about what's going on, really. Not what's going on with, like, you know, there is certain things that are going on that are not nice, but like most of us have said, since all this started, 2020, I've been absolutely fine with everything, and only seeing, really, you know, I'll be a mirror and people can blast the crap on me and they can just see what they are, because to see that, they have to have it within them to see it, you know, when people come at you. So, hi Lisa, hi Welsh Babe. I'm just wanting to know how everyone is, because I'm going to read these 3 cards that came out today, and then I'm just going to give you a bit of a conclusion to how I see things at present day, of, you know, what I don't mean what's going on. We all know there's shit going down, do you know what I mean? It doesn't take a rocket science to work that one out, you know, and it's very easy, as I've been saying for a long time, but in one of them moods today. But this is one of the decks I will be showing when I actually get to do my deck, my tarot and my tarot and oracle deck, which I think I might do. I need to do it in the daytime because I need you to see the lovely artwork on some of the decks and things. So I think I might end up doing it tomorrow at some point, maybe in the afternoon tomorrow, so people can catch up with it if they don't see it, and if people are into it they can see it, if people are not, that's okay. I feel good, but the energies around seem quite heavy. Yeah, they are. Hi Cal. So I'm going to read these out first, and we're just going to give you a little bit of a conclusion, if that's the right word. So the first card that came out in order was the Whale. Now, it's a water sign. I'm a water sign. And it's beautiful as well. Look at them lovely colours. Got a bit of purple on the Whale and yellow, and there's blues there as well. So we've got the Whale. The Whale says in this book, desire to delve deeper, profound peace, ancient wisdom. And this is what I pulled out of my cards for me today, but I just want to read it because they are beautiful. The Whale represents profound emotional health and stability. Whale personalities are not afraid of emotional expression, or I think it said traversing difficult terrain. As they have overcome many challenges in their life, their experiences have enriched them, given them stability, strength and a depth that is rare. Whale energy is usually linked to the feminine forces of compassion and communication. We can depend on the Whale personalities when all else seems lost, and trust them to be a beacon in our darkest hour. And then it says, when in balance, calm, steady, deeply compassionate. When out of balance, heavy, slips into old story. I see a lot of people slipping into the old stories, but we're not going to the old and we're not going back to the old. We're moving forward and we're going with the new. To bring into balance regular self-care. I am always talking about regular self-care, self-love, and the little self-care cards that I pull for everybody, which I'll do at the end of this if I remember. So that was that one. And then the second one came out, funny enough, because I was talking about this animal the other day to a friend. The turtle. Water sign again. Ancient soul, grounded, trusting, at home in the self. It is wonderful to be in the presence of a turtle personality. Like the beaver, the turtle has a strong relationship with the earth and the water and the elements simultaneously. This helps to ground and connect them to the deeper truths of life. No matter where their travels lead them, turtle energy is behind all great writers and storytellers as they collect their life experiences under their shells for later use. The most potent turtle energy helps us close all the other books and begin to tell our own true tale, which goes into what I'm going to say in a minute. When in balance, peaceful, adventurous and productive. When out of balance, slows down to a halt. To bring into balance, an adventure. And then the last one was, this was just ace, because of last night, if anyone saw the orbs that came in, the gold ones, I got the golden egg. Golden egg. And this one says, I'll just show you, the golden egg. Message at the centre of the heart, the unstruck sound. Within the golden egg lies a precious sound. Deep within that sound resides a message. The sound can be heard, nor the sound cannot be heard, nor the message discerned until we retreat from the noise of the modern day life. The magical essence of the golden egg needs warmth, quiet and time to unfold. No rushing, pushing or grasping. Find a place of deep restful ease, perhaps through yoga, nidra or in meditation. If you do not yet have a meditation practice, take some time for, doing that. But like I said, meditation can come through many different ways as well. Or contemplation. When the mind begins to settle and the breath is calm, ask the question, what weighs heaviest on your heart? Staying open to any response you hear. Engaging with the energy of the golden egg is an advanced practice. It requires becoming intimate with our very essence and comfortable with vulnerability. When a feeling of tenderness or gratitude arises from deep within you, know that you are well on your way. Your chest may swell like you are seeing an old friend, because you get very it's so embracing and loving. An old friend that's been away for a long time. Listen to the message they've been waiting to tell you. So that was good. And then there was just a little thing on the other side saying the golden egg and the fourth chakra, heart chakra. The subtle essence of the golden egg is nestled deep within the heart center at the fourth chakra. This chakra called, I can never say this, I can never say the fourth chakra's name, is the home of the self, of the soul. By bringing the mind into its center, we discover a portal to the most intimate and luminous space. It is said our inner guide sits there in deep meditation waiting for us and translates as the unstuck sound. So they were just 3 little beautiful messages today. And all I wanted to say as well was, that just said it in, I could say in a nutshell, in an eggshell, of, we're in a world, yeah, and we know we have the physical side of it, the material side of it. We're expressing an experience, us as we are. I'm enjoying this show, I'm enjoying this ride with what comes at me, who comes at me, whatever it is, it's whatever. All it is that I know in this precise time in the now, because I said it's all about the now, is me being me, who I am, not who people think I am, or someone trying to tell me I'm trying to be something, or whatever, because that's just other people's perceptions. I know who I am, so it's just me being me, the only way I know how to be me. I've said this a million times before, and it's just me experiencing me. You're experiencing you through the experiences you have. And when I have an experience that's a bit like, well, I'm not sure about that, or maybe I'm getting a bit like, it's like, right, let's go back to what I love, let's go back to me, let's go, because that isn't actually me, that thing over there, that isn't what I actually like, that isn't what I actually want to get into. So So what do I want to do? Like I said the other day, snap back out of it, go back into yourself, which is your soul self, which is your heart self. That's not part of me. Don't need to be part of that. Don't need to be part of that. Don't need to get involved in that. I want to do this. That's what I'm going to do. Because it's me experiencing me. The only way I know how is me being me. Me being me. And someone just said that very well on the Mark Atwood show, the last one with a woman on it. I can't remember what it was. And it was beautiful. High Indigo Rays, because you know, people get so stuck up, and they've just had a really good interview there. And I've said it before, you get people in the spiritual community, this community, that community. To me, it's all labels. And the chat that I was going to do the other day, I am going to bring up again, but I've just realised I got something for Valentine's Day I haven't showed you, and I think it'd be quite funny when I get it to show you what it is, to put us in the ambience of something. So the chat that I was talking about yesterday, which, sorry, you couldn't hear me at the beginning of the video because I had this phone stuck in the tripod and didn't realise it was over the sound thing, so that's why you didn't hear me at the beginning. But that chat I'm going to do, which I find quite funny, which is still happens today. Hi Dobsy, I'm going to do at some point, don't know when it is yet, but tomorrow I'm going to do my decks because it's nearly coming up to my birthday. But it was brilliant because there's always snobbery in certain things. People think you've got to be doing this, you've got to be doing that, you can't swear, you can't say this, you can't be you. Basically, you've got to be, like I said, some guru sitting on Mount Kilimanjaro or whatever in a loincloth. I've said this before, it makes me laugh. And you know, someone else's perception of how they think you should do your journey isn't your journey, that's theirs, and their narrative. So their narrative is their narrative. Just because they see someone else doing something else and getting information the way they do, or like I get information through other ways, because they don't see it that way and they did it differently, they think that's the wrong way, or you should be doing it like this, you should be doing it like that. And it's like, no, I'm being me, as I've said a million times before, and I'm doing it the way I do it. But it's all in line with the law of one, you could say, because if you're not hurting anyone, you know, you're not doing the things that they do, you know, and you know what I'm talking about, that big thing up there. That's a chat that's going to come again, because it is absolutely ridiculous with how people judging, just get caught up in the labels of things. The labels are there. Labels are there, yes, so we understand what something is and what something might be that you're going to or picking up on. But labels are there because it divides. And as soon as someone slaps a label on you, hi, cool Nick and everybody in chat, it's dividing, because we know that's what that side have always done. So I'm going to talk about something soon. I'm not going to tell you what yet. Something I used to talk about a while back. You might have to guess what it is. I used to do it a while back. I don't really say that word anymore because it's dividing. People think something of it because they don't understand it, and they think it's something about all this, that and the other, because they don't understand, because it's a label. And that's why they put labels out there, as far as I'm concerned. Yes, this is a necklace that I'm designing. I've not finished it off yet. But yes, you know, just playing about with things. But yes, labels are there to divide, you know, in every community everywhere. It's just ridiculous. And that's why I said I never came on YouTube to be put under a label. It just was, I was doing what I was doing, helping people the way I help people, of however I do it, and that was that. Like I said before, domino effect. So, and that's all it ever has been, despite what I talk about. At the end of the day, I have the free right and the will to do it, to express myself, of me being me. And that's all we're here to do, really. You're here to do you, to be you, and you're here to be you, being you, having an experience as you, not as anyone else. You're not here to express yourself through somebody else. You're here to do you, being you, experiencing life going on. And when things don't suit or don't resonate with you, you pull back and just go, well, that isn't me, that's not what I'm about anyway, let's go back. Like I've said, go back to what I enjoy, what I like to do, the things that I want to pull in, and you want to pull in, and you go and do more of it. It's easy, really. You know, but there are a lot of energies and a lot of other people that try to get in your way, get in your path, as an obstacle to shift you from that, to get you all caught up in whatever it is, take you off your path, or, you know, whatever you want to say. Many different ways of saying it, and it's up to you. You know, if you see it, you move away from it. And that's sort of how it goes. So, you know, it's just, as we say, surfing around those energies, because everything has energy. So that means people, things that we think aren't there. You got planetary energies, everything. Like today's Wednesday, Mercury, communication and learning. What are you learning? And how are you communicating it? What am I learning? How am I communicating it to you? I come on here to communicate to people what I'm learning, and that's all I've ever done. Anyone else who's got anything to say against that, that's them. Because there's something in them that's in themselves. So as I'm learning again, when people come at you in different energies, all it is I'm a mirror, and for someone to say something and criticize people, it has to be in them to see that anyway. So, you know, so it's a funny old world game, in a sense, as we all know, and it's how you play it, you know, at the end of the day. But there's certain games I won't get into of other people's games, if you get what I'm saying. I'm here to do me, and that's what it's about. That's what it's about. Everyone is living their own human experience, yet we are connected. It's a lifelong. Yeah, and I think, cool, Nick. Everyone thinks that because we're all connected. We're all from source. So, you know, we're all God anyway, in that sense. That we all have to do things exactly the same. It's like, no, because source wanted to experience differently, uniquely. That's why we're all made uniquely and different. Otherwise, we'd all be the same, and that'd be boring. Through everyone's different experiences. So people, I just personally think people get mixed up where they think, oh, we're all the same. We're all the same, so therefore you've got to do it my way. It's like, no, I haven't at all. No. And then they go on about unity, and it's like, I'm not being funny, but at the minute there isn't unity. Yes, there's certain bits of unity with different like things, but there isn't pure unity going on at the minute because of the things that are being unearthed and the division that's going on at the minute anyway, which there's meant to be, and the split, and people call it many different things in, you know, what's going on over the next, I mean, some people think it's this year. I personally think it's the next couple of years, like other people have been saying, because people need to play catch up. So when people are having an awakening, and everyone has it at different times that suits them, doesn't matter when, and more coming on, like we've been saying for a few years, more and more have been waking up. You know, lots of people were awake years ago, but it wasn't about then, it's about now. You know, there was less awake than there is now. So it's giving more people time to wake up, because like you look at the prophecies and things, you can see it's now, you know, coming in, even if it's next couple of years. But there are a lot of people waking up. But there isn't unity at the minute because there's so much divide with labels and stuff. I believe when the absolute mother of all Moabs comes out, if you know what I'm saying, for the sleeping to wake up that have not set foot on the journey yet, that's when they realise they go through all the emotions everybody else went through at one time or another, doesn't matter. Then when they realise what's been going on and what the division's been about and how they've been doing it, that's when we all start uniting as humanity, you know, and the fighting spirit. So to me, it's not, we're finding it, but there's not unity at the minute. Let's be joking. You see what's going on. But anyway, I'm going to pull a sacred self card. But while we're going through this, like we said, there's lots of stuff going on. It's how you go through it, and you can enjoy your journey on the way. It doesn't matter what's going on around you. Yes, I know it's hard, like we said, but like I've been saying, you choose your reality at the end of the day, and you choose to bring in what you want to bring in. So, ooh, try and go for 3 cards. Oh, and I've got some drawings to show you that Finn did yesterday. They're so cute. You're gonna laugh at what he's done. Such a good little artist. Everyone here. We've got Linda Sy, Linda Grays, Cool Nick. I think we had Dobsy, Alyssa, Carla, Mark, and I think we had, was it Welsh Babe? Was Welsh Babe in? Or was that just me thinking Welsh Babe was in? Yeah. Yes, this has got some, what are they called? Sari silk on it as well, so. Right, ooh, right. So we got, yeah, I thought you were there. Drink tea. Keep your cockles warm. Have a bit of time out, but you could be having a lot of what they called herbal teas. My favourite's chamomile and honey, but yeah, have a bit of time out. Have a bit of space to have a cup of tea outside or somewhere, whatever tea it is you like to have. Sound healing's really good. So that could be listening to sound music, you know, sound healing through chakra bowls or things that you like to listen on YouTube or chimes or anything. Anything that calms you down and puts you in a good frequency, go and do that. 7 and 17. And then pleasure. Yes, looks a bit rude, but we know what we're saying. Also, just like, pleasure yourself in so many different ways doesn't mean that you can, you know, gift yourself things. You can do all sorts of things that, you know, bringing in a good frequency to you and taking you to that place of happiness and not thinking about things that are taking you away from your inner self anyway. And I'll just go and get these drawings. Now, I have tried to put a video up today on my Patreon, my first video. I don't know what I'm doing on there, so I don't know if it went up. I know it's like this little thing. So I know the people over there have asked to see if it's gone up. I don't really get that thing at the minute, how it works, looking at it. I'm just like, what? So I'm going to check that out. But I'm also thinking, I did say ages ago I was going to make a Facebook page up, and I had a few there, but they've been really weird because it is Facebook, if you know what I'm saying, and you know what they're like. They're just as bad as YouTube sometimes. So it's going to be private, I think, but I'm going to get a few people over there and check that that's working, because it wasn't, but I think it is now, because like I said, there's a few other bits, extra bits I want to get out for people, and I think having a private Facebook group will be nice, but you will have to be looked at to make sure you're kosher. If anyone's interested in that, with other stuff that I want to bring, where we can, hi Rainbow Wizard, where we can have chats, you know, on just this whole thing of you being you. It's all about you out there, you being you and what it is you enjoy. So Finn, I have where is it, the angel, the blue angel up there. A lot of people have seen it. Let me see if I can get the blue angel up there. That blue angel up there, one of my paintings, this one Finn drew. So this is a picture of, hi Jelly, this is a picture of the angel that Finn drew. And then he did coloured a shell in the other day and a butterfly, which is on my wall down there, if you can see it. There we go. So it's like a little dragon. And then he drew these flowers. And then, are you ready for the favourite one of all? Might trigger a few people. He drew JFK Jr. Do you remember the painting that I drew of JFK Jr.? He painted JFK Jr. He drew JFK Jr. This is the boy at the side of the road doing the whole... And he did it in blue. Oh. And he went, yeah, who's that? And I went, JFK Jr. He went, yeah, I think I knew him. I think I've met him. And then he went, I think I've met him. I don't know. Yeah, maybe I didn't. I'm like, what? Oh my God. So that's his interpretation of JFK Jr. at the side of the road. Exactly. He wants to be an artist. He's so happy when he's drawing. Don't know where he gets that from. So before I go, like I said, how are you all in the energies that are flying about, the madness? You know, the madness everywhere. Everywhere. I'm feeling very duped up. I had a visit off my dad. I got a visit off my friend last night. My fella will be visiting me after. Cuddles, cuddles. Yeah, he is. And like I said, a friend came round last night and we were just talking about energies that were going on within people. And like I said, the things that I saw at weekend, I think like you were saying, Rob, it's especially people who are a little bit younger, it's like they know stuff's going on, but they don't know where to go or who's talking about it. And I mean, I just look around observing and I'm like, oh, yeah, well, you know, but there's great things going on. Hi, Ordinary Bear. So, how are you all coping with all the mad energies and everything? Everything changing. My turn. I have an orb that has been setting off my Ring camera in the summer from... Really? Did you see mine last night with the gold ones? Beautiful. That energy was on point last night. It was so excited and busy and lovely, and I knew it was all there. That's why I got the camera out. And before that, it was mental. And then you got the gold ones in, which were beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Very excited energy. And like I said, if you just come in, I got the golden egg spirit animal card, which was beautiful. So the golden, you know, the golden. I think I'm gonna pull a little asking it shall be given. All good here, thank you. Got a meeting. Yeah, that's my way. Oh, Rob, if you can email me. I know I'm crap at reading my emails because I don't really check them that much at all, that much, you know. I mean, I do, but it just takes me ages. Give us a bit of a lowdown on that. Give us a bit of the lowdown on it. Sounds fun anyway. So yeah. Oh, this one's come out. What if Source was standing in my physical shoes? Well, it is. It is not your job to make something happen. Your work is to simply determine what you want, like I just said at the beginning of this. If we were standing in your physical shoes, our attention would be upon bringing ourselves into alignment with the desires and preferences that we have launched. We should consciously feel our way into alignment. Exactly. You being you, experiencing you. That was a beautiful card. Yeah, how you all feeling? I have been meaning to. Yeah, don't worry when it is. Don't worry. I'm not saying do it now. It's just been crazy. I know it has been crazy the last few days. It's been bonkers. Let's have some of the sacred rebels, because we are all rebels. You know, it's what we're doing within the structures and stuff. You know, we can be in it. It's just what we're doing. We don't have to be part of it, but we don't have to be so angry against it either. At the end of the day, personally, you know, whatever. Play your own game within it. I would feel a lot better if 11 of you were you here hit the thumbs up. Oh, thanks, yeah. I would feel a lot better if 11 of you here hit the thumbs up. Yeah, if there's 11 of you in, there's 21 watching now on this side. Why don't you hit the thumbs up? Give a girl a bit of support. You know, because it makes me laugh. You're like, I'm a mum, right, on YouTube, just doing what I do, right? And I'm a one-woman band. You know, I've been on other people's shows, and in the future I would like to do my own interviews over here. Maybe, I don't know. I don't fixate to anything. I may do that, but if I don't attach myself. It just is what it is, and I'll go with the flow. But I'm a mother of a one-man band on my show that just talks about what I want to talk about. So I think I do pretty damn well, really. You know, connecting, communicating, and getting myself on them shows I got onto. You know, and may in the future, who knows? But I did that all by myself. Do you know? Yeah, mum's a special. Exactly. So you know, I'll pat myself on the back. I'm pretty proud of that. You know, it doesn't matter where I went or what I did, but you know, just do my thing. Doing my thing. The only way I know how. Oh, thank you, Rainbow Wizard. I'll check it out after. Let me see what rebel cards we get. You rebels out there. Rebels of the lights. Yeah, so this has got, I can't remember what gemstone this is, but it's got gemstone on it. Finishing these off later. Thank you, Sandy. Thank you. You are doing awesome. Keep it going. You know, I don't know if it's a bit easy. I know it's not easy if you're doing loads of interviews with people, but people who do loads of interviews, obviously, you know, they get a bit more traction with stuff. Not that it's about that, but you know what I'm saying. I'm just doing me. me. Done pretty well. Everything else that's going on and everything else that I do, and little legs being off school, do you know what I'm saying? So, another one. Oh, I've just put one back in the deck. What was that? That was bonkers. Whatever just came out, it's just gone back in, so I'll have to do that again. I want 3. Come on. Just put it back in the deck. Got purple on today, because my birthstone is amethyst. Crown chakra. Come on, 2 more cards. Oh, there we go. Ooh. We've got one more. We've got shining like a lighthouse in stormy times. Thank you, Ordinary Bear. We all are. We all are. Individual little lighthouses. Put them all together. A lot of light shining on the dark. You know, there's a lot of people that go on, oh, this, that and the other. Well, it is basically good versus evil. It's a war we're in. We all know that's spiritual as well. It's just not like, I think Mark Atwood was saying before, guns in our faces. We know that. A lot of other people don't, but people harp on about stuff, but it literally is good versus evil. And it is about where you stand with that. Know where I stand. Right, so we've got Pandora's Gift. Well, I'd say that for me is also, I know it's 45 as well. Get the right glasses on, people. A lot of people are looking through things a lot differently, but it is perspective as well. And you know, if people took the glasses on that had a bit of mud in their eyes, they would see a lot more that was going on if they actually wiped them off. But what's inside Pandora's box, that's about to be blown off. Then we've got 11, diving for light. Well, we're all diving for light, so I don't know why people try and make out, you know, they're not, or they never did, or they've stopped and other people shouldn't on their journey. No one else is allowed to dive for their own light. No one else is allowed to dive for their own knowledge. No one else is allowed to set foot on their path and dare they speak about it. Pardon? And then the last one is 41, bring it into form. Like I've said, you're bringing yourself into form, but you're bringing what you put out there, your blueprint footprint there. And what are you leaving behind with your blueprint footprint? Because it's what you're going to leave behind. We all know it's not, you know, necessarily material stuff. Can't take that with you. But what legacy are you going to leave behind? What do you want to be known for? This is why I say people are going on out there in fighting and everything. At the end of the day, what are you going to leave behind? What are people going to, if you're going to be remembered, what are you going to be remembered for? What are you going to be remembered for? What are people going to say? Oh, do you remember blah, blah, blah? Yeah, I remember what they... You're always remembered for what you did. You're not really remembered for what you didn't do. You know, if you shine your light quite bright, people are going to remember what you brought into their life, you know, because really you want to look at the positives. Yes, it's a spiritual war, and you, Janine, you are doing a fantastic thing by sharing your journey, which it turns to help others. You are beautiful. Thank you. And you are, everybody is. Yeah, and that's the thing, I'm just sharing my journey, and that's it. You're amazing to do all that you do, Mother Art. Oh, thank you, Alyssa. I'm just very active like that in that sort of thing. I'm like a tea light floating down the river, illuminating for those who cannot see, gently being a beacon of compassion and truth. Yes, cool, Nick, that's a lovely, is it the word analogy to look at it? Yeah. God gave you the eyes to see and the ears to hear, and you're, yeah, thanks, Dolly. A nice place to leave the chat after those cards. Off to bed now, hearing Perth, Oz. Much love. Much love to Jelly72, and thanks for just popping in before you go to bed. Have a peaceful sleep, and yes, catch us next time. I've promised my daughter she and I may never be rich, but our grandkids generation will. Yeah. Well, the thing is, it's like Mark Atwood did a chat the other day with the Irish guy who I know he's dead hard to understand sometimes. It was really good, and he was going on about the money thing again, because there's people out there who just don't get it. And even Mark said, oh no, I don't mean that about money. You know, I've got 5 kids and I do what I do for, you know, for helping people, but also for my kids. And he said, yes, I don't mean that. When we talk about money and greed, we're not talking about normal everyday people. We're talking about the elites, those people who have so much money, so much wealth, that they don't even need that much wealth. They could help the world. We know this. That's the people we're talking about. We're not talking about daily people like me and you. People sit there going, yeah, well, you do still need to pay bills at the minute. You still do need to look after your family. So people who say that's absolutely, it's bull crap, basically. But, yes, it does boil down to why you're doing certain stuff. But I think people get mixed up when we're talking about that. We're talking about the elites. We're talking about these people who have so much money that they have all this money, but they still want more money. Do you know what I mean? So when people talk about the other stuff like, oh, you can't have money in a spiritual community. You can't do this if you're this. You can't do that. You can't make money out of that. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? So they had a really good chat, and that was mentioned in the end, near the end of that, I think, interview with Mark Atwood. I think it was yesterday, with the Irish guy who's lovely. And, you know, we're all earth angels, aren't we? But I just think, God, where are people's heads at, people? Do you know what I mean? You have got to laugh. You've got to laugh. It's like, well, you're going to go out and say that when you're not buying your food and stuff like that. It's just bonkers. Yeah, the evil ones. Exactly. Exactly. It's the greed of money. Not, you know, we all know that. It's what you do with it at the end of the day, or what you don't give out at the end of the day. But normal everyday people, yes, we know people get caught up and stuff, but I've had to laugh. I mean, really, since last year, I've had to laugh with the amount of crap that's come out of people's mouths sometimes. I'm like, I have friends putting the cash, they're also the most depressed people. Yeah, exactly, Rainbow Wiz. But do you know what I mean with that whole thing of that much money? It's just ridiculous, you know. But we all know what's going on with that. Yes, thank you, Indigo Rays, for coming in. Somewhere crashing on. I'm having my morning coffee. Awesome, fantastic. Yeah. Where are you from, Nick? You're not Australia too, as well, are you? But you know what I mean? There's just so much bullcrap out there. It's absolutely, we know there's that much bullcrap out there, everywhere, in everything. It got into everywhere. Oh, what you shouldn't be doing. What you shouldn't be doing because somebody said you shouldn't be doing. I just know what's best for yourself at the end of the day. And when you are doing anything, as long as it's coming from good intent, then that's fine. I do a lot of that, cool Nick. Oh, Canada, I do a lot of that. I only peek at the news. I haven't been watching anything for ages, even though I'm well aware of what's going on. But it's been great with what's going on with the you-know-who, Mr. T. But I just laugh at it. You have to laugh at it. You have to laugh at that energy. They're just not creative, are they? They're just... It's funny. It's laughable. I call it Comedy Central. Comedy Central on YouTube. It's Comedy Central everywhere. Oh, he's always hungry. He never's never hungry. Yeah, don't. No, we're not acting like a baby. Because you're not a baby.
Hi, everyone.
Finn's saying hi, everyone. I've shown everyone your pictures.
Yeah.
Right, don't stand there with your mouth open like that because you're not a baby, Finn. You need to talk properly. Don't be embarrassed. Yeah? Why are you squashing your hair down?
No.
Come here. Come say hi. Say hi.
Hi.
No, we're not. No. You're not a baby. You don't need to stand there like that.
Oh, Finn.
I know you can read it, but you don't need to do that because you're not a baby, are you? No one wants to see what you've had for your breakfast. No. You want to say hi? Come and say hi properly.
Hi, everyone.
No, here. No one see you.
Everyone.
Hello. We'll see you later because we've got to go.
See you later.
Go on then. I'll go and get you something. What's in there? Hang on a minute.
There.
Right, this is ridiculous because you, right, have one of these. Here we go. Let's sort it out. Go on then.
Late box.
No. Wish. Wait. Don't know. Don't know. It's got this thing about standing there with his mouth open. I'm like, yes. I don't think everyone wants to see your breakfast and your dinner and everything. But yeah, so I'm going to go because it was just a quick chat of just saying, just be you, you know. Just be you. It's just about being you and experiencing you. So, you know, like I said before, if you're reflecting on stuff when certain things happen, and then you're pulling yourself back from that and thinking, that was a bit of a learning, or that, right, won't do that next time, I won't get involved in that next time, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I see that sort of energy. Don't need to be around that. I choose not to do that next time because I learned from that lesson. That's what it's all about. I've been saying this for ages. So it's just about you being you. Do not, I've always said, who cares what other people think? The right people will like you for who you are, and that's how it should be anyway. And isn't it amazing that we all are different anyway? Because like I said, it'd be a boring world if we weren't. But just because somebody, thank you, just because somebody thinks you're doing something different or wrong, because in their eyes it is, doesn't mean you are. That's just them. You know, and that's their problem at the end of the day. You know you, nobody else does. You know you. You know what's good for you. You know what's good for your family. You know what you should be doing. You know what you're basically looking for is a thing that you're. It's like I say, your soul passions, the things that you really want to bring in, and that's what I believe 2020 and this year is about, is finding those and going forward, doing it, putting it together. You know, projects, whatever it is, whatever it is, the way you want to be a little bit more. It's just you and how you want to experience yourself in this world. What sort of energies do you want to experience? What sort of people do you want to experience with the energies? If you're sick of being around people that don't have them energies, then you need to change something. I know it's a bit hard at the minute with things going on, people not going out as much, but you can still connect in other ways. But think about when this goes, because it will, things will change, and when we get back out there, what you want to experience. Maybe you need to write them down of, you know, the things you want to experience, maybe that you haven't experienced before. You need to get out there. You need to get out in the world. That's what I'll be doing. I mean, I've not stopped getting out there. Like I said, I was out and about at weekend, but bringing in new experience that you want to experience, because you're thinking, do you know what? I haven't done that. I haven't done this. I'm not going to be that person who, you know, shies away in the corner because I feel like I can't be me, or I'm doing it the wrong way. No, that's just people labelling you and making you feel that way. When really, you're here to express yourself, and you're here to experience you in this world. And you should know, you know, going through life, what it is that you actually do and do not like doing. You know, you go through your life, you realise what isn't good for you. You realise what sort of energies you don't want to be around. You realise, and that's not because, you know, ooh, I really hate that thing, or I hate that, but it's not, I just don't, it's just not for me. So I'll go and do something that is for me, you know. And to me, that's what most of it's about. You know, and we don't bow down just because someone else says something, or someone else tells us we've got to be a certain way. No. But as we know, there are stronger things going on, stronger forces as well, that are trying to change things on, you could say, the other timeline that we're not going on, because we're rising in consciousness. We realise the more we go to the way that we want to go, and the passions that we want that come from the heart, that's the timeline of the good timeline. It's not the timeline of where we're all bowing down and we're all in fear, because there's still a lot of that going about. I'm not on that. I choose not to be. Having as Rainbow Wizard said, having positive goals, especially right now, is the healthiest thing we can do since confirmation of that. Haven't stopped grinning. I mean, that's brilliant. You've got that manifested in. That's fantastic. I'll have a look after. You know, that's what I said, projects. I've got things I'm doing here that I'm not putting out yet, but when I do, you'll know about it. But, you know, top secret for me. Keep that to myself. But, you know, you're working towards them things that you want to do. If you're too busy bothering about what other people are doing, you're never going to do the thing that you want to do. So, you know, yeah, exactly. Different lenses, new brighter times. Exactly. We're washing them lenses off now. We see clearly with more clarity. You're probably seeing where you want to go now, because remember, it is about you and where you want to take yourself in, your new experiences that are coming through these new cycles of life. We don't want to be cycling around in old cycles. A lot of people are still doing that. We don't want to be doing that. We want new, fresh, exciting projects, things that we want to bring in, solutions. It's all about new solutions, not about old stuff, because we're going to bring new solutions in with all this, with what's going on in the world, and that's where it's going to be fantastic with all the other stuff that's going to come along. So yeah, I heard a convo where one said we're sort of referred to as anomalies because we're not falling for that fear and bulk. Exactly, cool Nick. We're not. Once you see it, as a lot of people know, you can see it, and then you don't fall for it. You see people in it. You see other energies, you see things, you just think, nah, that ain't what I'm all about. So, you know, I've said before and I've said it again, it doesn't mean you don't fall down sometimes. It doesn't mean you don't get triggered sometimes. We are only human as well. Two worlds together, you know, the spiritual and the non, like I said, physical and non-physical together, you know. And like I said, the video I was going to do the other day, which you didn't hear me say properly at the beginning because the volume was messed up with this, I will be doing, and I'll be reading out of something, and maybe people are going to be like, oh my god, I didn't know that was part of that, and I'll be like, when you do your research. So 2020 was a great year for finding out about myself, things I enjoyed doing that I forgot about. Yeah, exactly, little legs, and that's what I said. I got my fella into painting and things he didn't even know he could do, and that. To me, that's what it was about. It was getting people to realise that the entertainment business and all that stuff, once it was gone, can you entertain yourself? Can you entertain your mindset? 'Cause some people can't. Some people are like, I can't go out, can't do this, what am I going to do myself? What am I going to do myself? Falling out with the partners, getting bored. Bored is in the lower realm. You know, the spiraling down, boredom's in the lower realms. You know, my fella's always saying, how do you, like, keep yourself occupied all the time? I said, well, just in flow, I just do, because, you know, I got to the stage where I wasn't going out all the time and doing this, that and the other, and I'm quite happy I can entertain myself all day long through myself. But yeah, like I said, there's no right and wrong way, people. You've got free will, you've got a choice to choose, and that's up to you. Like I say, law of one, if you're in that sort of law, then to me, it's all good. It's all good. What do you mean? Only you've been privileged. Yeah, and that's the silver lining, the way of looking at it. Cool Nick, 2020. You know, because some people, or little legs, you know, 2020 was you know, if you look at it like that, the silver lining. Some people won't, because they'll think they had the crappiest time ever or whatever, because they're not, certain things were going on, or they weren't seeing certain people. But I didn't see it like that. Hi Crystal Fizz, how are you? Yeah, I'm experiencing 99% of the people around me who just don't see it, feel it, feel like it just feel like this is a split. It's like parallel universes. With our parallel universes going on, you see something different, they don't. But they have got time to catch up. I believe there's a few years before all this. You know, everyone goes about all this, all about this, and never. Well, I personally believe there's a few more years, because there's a lot of other stuff coming, and if they wake up to that, it should get them on board, really. Boredom is the result of not having the ability to create. Yes, it is. Many have allowed themselves to be distracted with what we can be taken from them too easily. Yeah. So I'm going to go now. So enjoy your Wednesday, Mercury Day, learning and communication. And how do you communicate to others through your learning? How do you communicate to yourself through your own learning? Because that's basically what it's about as well. Your communion to yourself of what you're learning about now, in the now, of everything that's going on, or whatever's going on within you and without you. So, like I said, I will see you soon. I'll check my emails, and hope you have a great Wednesday. And hopefully, wait a minute, I will see you soon tomorrow with the tarot deck and oracle deck tomorrow afternoon, because I want to do it in the daylight. And I'll see you soon. Bye. Thanks all for coming in. See you. Bye.
Where am I putting